Okay, so I'm checking my orders. I'm seeing that it's reported that my patient's CVAD dressing is coming loose, and I'm supposed to change it when it's loose or soiled, so I'm going to go into her room, and I'm going to do that. Come in and say, hi, Jessica, my name's Lily. I'm going to be your nurse today. Can you tell me your name and date of birth?
Yep, it's Jessica Lowe, and it's March 18th.
Perfect. Thanks, Jessica. So I noticed you have this CVAD dressing, and it was reported that it is soiled or that it's loose. So I'm going to change it. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
And do you have any allergies?
No.
Okay, so I just want to do a little bit of education on why it's important that we keep this so clean. So this line is going directly into your heart, and so there's a really high risk for infection because of the site that it's at. So we want to really be cautious about keeping this clean and dry. And then you did a great job in reporting to us that it came loose. Some ways you can keep it clean and dry are not completely submerging it, or if you're going to wash your hair, to wash it in the sink. And then just let us know if you see any blood or any drainage or redness, so we can come in and give it, check it out, because we don't want you to have any infections. Is that okay?
Yep.
Perfect. So first I'm just going to remove the dressing, and then I'm going to do what's called a sterile procedure to place the new dressing on. So before I remove it, I'm going to place a mask on both of us. I'm going to ask you to turn your head away from the site, and then I'm going to also put a mask on, and then I will make what's called a sterile field. So I'm going to ask you to keep your hands down to your side just so that we can decrease the risk of infection. Is that okay?
Yes.
Perfect. So first, I'm just going to hand hygiene and put gloves on, and we're going to access the site first. So here's this. Before we do that, I'm going to put this mask on you. Great, and have you turn your head away. Perfect, thank you. And I'm going to put a mask on myself. Great, and then I've accessed this. I'm going to make sure that's not going to get anywhere in my sterile field. And I'm going to remove these. I'm going towards the line of towards the way that it was inserted. So I'm going to pull the belt off first. Being careful with our lines. Great. And then I'm going to pull this off. Being careful to not touch the actual site. And if it was soiled, I would want to make sure and clean any dried blood that I saw, but because it's just loose, that will be okay. Remove this. Perfect, and then I would discard this in the biohazard bin if needed. Perfect, so now it is all exposed, and I would also tell my patient to not be speaking right now so we're not breathing over her site. I'm going to make my sterile field. So I'm going to remove my gloves, perform hand hygiene. Okay, this is hand hygiene. Remove this. Great, and then I've already wiped off this table, so it's ready to be a sterile field. So I'm going to open this up. Place that on. Great, and then I'm going to open these so the package is ready. And then I'll wait for that till my sterile field is open. Okay, so I'm going to perform hand hygiene before I touch this again. And I think I have this on the wrong side. I'm gonna turn. Okay, great. So I'm pulling the first corner away from me, and I don't want to reach over. Second corner, I'm staying within my 1 inch margin. Great. I'm going to just dispose of this mask because we're not going to use it. Perfect. I'm going to keep my hands above my wrists as I prepare. I'm going to grab both sides. this way so it's not touching. Be careful to not. Now we're not going to use these gloves, so I'm just going to go in and remove them. Perfect. Now I can open my dressing site. You don't want to touch the inside. And I'm just going to drop this into my sterile field. Okay. Great. This is close to the 1-inch border, so dependent if I felt like it was crossing too far, I could get a new Tegaderm and replace it. Now I'm going to open these up. Form, not reach over my sterile field before hand hygiene. Great. Now being careful with my gloving. Now it's important for me to keep my hands above my wrists. Above my waist. Now that I have sterile gloves on. Work my way under. Great. Okay. So now I'm going to scoot this over so I'm not going to be leaning over my sterile field, but I can keep it in front of me while I'm taking care of my patient. Actually, let's go right here. If there was dried blood, I would use the alcohol swab strips and I would clean all around it, disposing of the biohazard. There's not, so I'm not going to use those today. So now I'm going to grab my gauze and I'm going to pick up this end that is not sterile so we can clean all around it. I would pop this if it was real life. Because it's a mannequin, I'm not going to. I'm going to clean all the way around for 30 seconds, making sure I'm going vertically and horizontally. So let me look at the time. I've popped it, and we're cleaning all the way around for 30 seconds. I want to be really cautious that I'm getting everywhere that the dressing is going to cover, so we can keep that sterile and keep it all clean. Oh, we're still scrubbing. Okay, and then I would also make sure to get the actual site and the hub up here so that that is all staying clean. Okay, great. Then I can put this down. Make sure to keep that sterile, perfect. And then I can drop both of these. And then I would allow time for that to dry. Per hospital protocol, I also could apply skin protectant and allow that to dry. We're not doing that today. So now, while that's drying, I can prep my gauze. And I just grab it, be careful with it. Like this. And now I've allowed time for it to dry. I want to be sure that this is covering the insertion site and that the hub is also covered. So we're going to put this in like this way so that we can get both covered. So we're going to place it down. Great. Make sure that that is stuck down well. Now we can pull off these little parts. Because this is a mannequin, these aren't going to stick perfectly, but we'll do our best. Everything's sterile, so this is okay to go back. And
this part. I want to make sure that we're letting that lay flat.
Perfect. Great. So now this is going to go tuck all the way up under my lines. So now I don't need it to be sterile. She's all the way covered. So I'm just going to pull this under. Make sure these lines are in. And just tuck that as far up as I can get it. Great. And now we can place this one over. And this one has a place for initials, but I'm going to fill out the other one. So we'll just use this one to go over. Now I can remove my gloves and I will fill out the label for my patient from hand hygiene. Great. And then I can remove the mask for my patient and I as well. All right, there you go. And if I had seen any dressing, any drainage or infection or anything, or my patient had any symptoms, I would note that and I would tell it to the provider so that they could know. So now I can grab my label and I'm just saying the dressing change, so I'm dating it and I'm initialing it. And then this can also go on my patient's dressing. Perfect. So I can clean up, I would clean out my supplies afterwards, but I'm going to cover this back up and I can talk to my patient and say, okay, we've completed your dressing change. Do you have any questions about it?
No.
Okay, perfect. So just as a reminder, I want you to let me know I want you to make sure you're keeping it clean and dry. Let me know if there's any swelling or redness or irritation at that site, or if it comes loose again, or if it's soiled, so that we can come in and make sure that there is no infection and we're keeping that site clean. Do you have any questions?
No.
Perfect. Okay, so then I will perform hand hygiene on my way out. I will clean up and then I will document in the EHR as well as report my findings to the provider.